trucks. Let's get a check of traffic now with John Ogden. Morning, John.
Good morning, Bill. We do have an early morning problem to report right now on the southbound side of I-95 in southwest Philadelphia. This is one of our PennDOT cameras looking south toward the Philadelphia International Airport. And as you can see, we do have an accident involving a tractor-trailer. Actually, that tractor-trailer has become separated from its load, and as you can see, it's blocking the right lane. So do keep that in mind. It's not causing any sort of a delay, but it's something to watch out for this morning on southbound 95. Meantime, we have some construction scheduled for the eastbound side of the Pennsylvania Turnpike as you approach the Fort Washington area. That is leaving only one lane open in the eastbound side Pennsylvania Turnpike, so keep that in mind. It was causing quite a bit of a problem yesterday. It's a road we're going to be keeping our eye on all morning. No problems, meantime, on 309 in Montgomery County. South Jersey's looking good, 295 to 42 freeway, and Route 73 doing quite well at 533. No reported problems there. Live in the Traffic Pulse Center, I'm John Ogden. Dawn, back to you.
Thanks, John. Today, what kind of picture do we see on the highways this morning?
John Ogden.
Good morning, Dawn. And Steve, we got a pretty mean picture on the southbound side of 95 in southwest Philadelphia. Right now, we're going to take a look at one of our PennDOT cameras showing an accident involving a tractor-trailer as you approach the exit for the Philadelphia International Airport. You can see the exit sign right here. The off-ramp is just beyond the scope of this camera. As you can see, work crews blocking the right lane. The tractor-trailer became separated from its load, so do keep that in mind. It's nothing, not causing any sort of a backup, but it's something to watch out for as you head southbound through South Philadelphia, or Southwest Philadelphia, rather. If you're traveling elsewhere, this is a look real quick at 95 going southbound through Northeast Philadelphia from Woodhaven Road. As you can see, 55 miles per hour there at Woodhaven, 51 down there at Aramingo Avenue, 54 at the Girard Street exit. No problems through South Philly. Good news on 95 pretty much there. Meantime, the King of Prussia area, Schuylkill Expressway 202 and 422 doing pretty well this morning, but we do have down wires to mention in Norristown right now. Harding Boulevard is blocked between Chain Street and Coolidge Boulevard due to down wires, so watch for police and fire officials directing in that area. South Jersey, not doing badly. 42, 73, and 70 are all clear. So if you're heading out the door at 5:53, here's what you can expect for a morning commute. Southbound 95 into Center City, it's a 15-minute drive. It's also a 15-minute drive heading eastbound on the Schuylkill Expressway between the Blue Route and the Vine Street Expressway. Northbound 202 between Route 30 and the Schuylkill Expressway, you're traveling at an average of 54 miles per hour. Live in the Traffic Pulse Center, I'm John Ogden. Dawn and Steve, back to you.
Okay, thank you, John.
Well, coming up...
Kelly has the answer to that in the traffic center. Hi, Bobby.
Mark, we got you covered. The only good thing about this whole mess is that most of the traffic in the afternoon is heading westbound. But eastbound 422, here's your alternate right here, Route 100 or 724. PennDOT says they'll ring the hotline as soon as we get that baby open back up. You're going to see a closure, though. The Burlington-Bristol Bridge heads up tonight, 9p to 5:30 tomorrow morning for some scheduled maintenance work. You want to use the Tacony-Palmyra as your alternate. Let's open up the front door and head outside. This is a problem here. Southbound 95 jammed solid from Cotman all the way into the Betsy Ross Bridge. Emergency pothole repair. Also, SEPTA says they have about 15-minute delays on the R5 Lansdowne-Doylestown. Mark and Denise, back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Coming up on CBS 3.
Of course, on 422.
All right, Bob.
Yeah, just got off the phone with Charlie Metzger from PennDOT. Here's the deal. It remains closed. Eastbound lanes at 422. Let's put the maps in motion. I'll show you the spot. It's going to affect folks more so tomorrow morning than this afternoon, but you can see the red cars slowing down your alternate for this evening, 100 or 724, all due to that truck that whacked into the cement overpass at Arm & Hammer. Let's go outside, take a live look now. I-95 in Delco, southbound slowing down in Delaware County. All the in Radnor, all the traffic lights are out. You're also going to find delays at Route 1 and 202. That is in Concord, Delaware County. SEPTA says the R6 Kinwood, no service whatsoever on the R6. Use the R2 as opposed to the R6. Mark and Denise, back to you.
All right, thanks, Bob. Still ahead.
You could see him,
Yeah.
Terry is chattering out there. Obviously, it goes without saying right now, based on what Terry's telling us, 422 is an absolute mess. The question is, how do you get around it?
And all the other messes out there. John Ogden is live in the NBC 10 Digital Traffic Pulse Center, which I'm sure is really busy right now.
It's very busy this evening. Good evening, Vince and Tracy. I just want to reiterate that the eastbound side of 422 remains closed right now, as Terry Ruggles just said, between Arm & Hammer Boulevard and the Saratoga exit. If you need to get from the Pottstown area through to King of Prussia, what you're going to need to do is take Route 724. That will dump you into Spring City, and then get back on 422 at the Royersford exit. You can get that way by taking Bridge Street through into Royersford and get back on the eastbound side of 422. Or what you can do is you can take High Street through Pottstown and take that back to the Saratoga exit, where you can re-enter the eastbound side of 422. It remains closed right now between Arm & Hammer Boulevard and Saratoga. Vincent Tracy, we'll have another traffic update for you in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, John, thanks very much. The parents of the alleged, this is 422. John Ogden has it for us. John?
Exactly right. Vincent Tracy, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Again, the eastbound side of 422 remains closed right now, pretty much between Arm & Hammer Boulevard and the Saratoga exit. If you need to get through that area, through the Pottstown area, my advice to you would be to take either High Street through Pottstown and then get back on the eastbound side of 422 at Saratoga, or you could take Route 724 into Spring City and then take Bridge Street through Spring City and Royersford and get back on the eastbound 422 at Royersford. So do keep that in mind. Again, eastbound 422 closed right now between Arm & Hammer and Saratoga. Meantime, if you're traveling in Chester County, this is a look at one of our PennDOT cameras. This is 202. The headlights coming southbound. Southbound is a pretty usual delay between 29 and 401. Keep that in mind. And we're also checking one of the slow spots in South Jersey. 42 freeway southbound is pretty sluggish from Route 130 down to Route 55. No problems at this point on 295 or the New Jersey Turnpike, although there is a car-pulled trailer and motorcycle ban the entire length of the New Jersey Turnpike due to high winds. So again, keep that in mind for this evening's commute. Live in the Traffic Pulse Center, I'm John Ogden. Vince and Tracy, back to you.
John, thanks. Up next on the Consumer Alert, 2 recalls.